Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brendan Lee. Welcome back. I wanted to make a video on finding resolution as a human being. So I thought it would serve some people. And this kind of came about because I was just considering stuff or just in my life, and it hit me that one of the things that it seems to me that one of the main features of being a human, and then if I'm going to try to resolve myself as a human being, one of the primary features is that resolution is going to happen sometime later. Or I'm going to get something, and then I'll be fixed. But do you see what happens when you do that? Like, oh, if only if I could have this thing, then I would be better. Or once I get the shiny object, the money, the right girl, the right guy, the right partner, accomplishments, once I get the right thing to happen in my life, then I will be fixed, resolved. And that seems to be the way of it, right? Like, if you are listening to this video, start considering, do you have anything in you, and I think most people have this, where it's like, I'm not complete. I'm not good enough. I'm not whole right now. I need to do something in the future to get that. It's like a feeling in there, in your experience. Probably lingering, probably in the background. You know, and then sometimes it does seem like life is working out, but it never seems to be totally finished, does it? You know, it's almost there, and then it's not, and it's back to, I'm not good enough again, and same stuff. Do you have that? If you have that going on, notice that however old you are now, it hasn't been resolved yet, has it? Are you done? Are you done yet? See? No. And for some reason, I think we miss that part. For some reason, it's like slippery. It's like something that we have going on. It's right there, but we tend not to notice these things. Like it's always the later, the infinite later. If I can just get fixed, I got to do this thing, and then. And perhaps for resolution, you've been looking in the wrong place. You know, and this to be true, this video did come up as a result. I was, scrolling some YouTube. I caught a video of Eckhart Tolle, and he's talking about people trying to attain enlightenment. And he's like, and you're trying to go later. You're not now. You're not looking into what is now. You're looking for something else, something later. And it struck me. It's like, yes, of course. And then I looked at it some more and noticed the future. Start considering the future. The future doesn't exist. And I got a little bit rigorous with myself and tried to imagine what. Have you ever noticed, for example, I'm going to go on this like future tangent for a bit. It's related. And excuse me, I'm fighting off some allergies, so please pardon the voice and I might cough a little bit. The future, I tried to imagine what would happen in the future, and I got honest with myself and realized I can't honestly, accurately get what's going to happen. Think about it. If you imagine going to a grocery store, do you imagine everything that happens? Like, okay, I got to stand up. I got to go grab my keys. I might have to scratch an itch somewhere in there, but you didn't think about that, did you? Then you got to drive on the road. Do you know what you're going to see on the road? Do you know exactly what you're going to see on the road the whole time? Do you know how many people are going to be in the grocery store? Who are they? What color is their hair? See, already your mind is probably like, fuck, that's too much. I can't think all that. Yeah, that's true. You can't. And you won't. It will not be accurate. Whatever you think of what's the future is inaccurate by default. Now, maybe you have some stuff chunked out. Like, okay, I've been to the grocery store before, but what's that? That's a memory. And I know about how it goes. Again, memory. Well, how do you know how it goes? Well, you remember stuff, and so that's not the future, that's the past. And then you extrapolate out into a future. You imagine a future and you think it's accurate. It's not. Your imagination of the future will not be accurate. It may have generalizations. It may go kind of that way, but you will not, okay, I'm harping on this. Try to do it in real time. Like when I'm speaking, consider it. Imagine a future. Now you see that what you are imagining? When does that happen? Now. The only time the future actually exists is right now. And whenever you get to the future, guess what? It's now again. And then when you get to that, it's now again. The future never happens. The future doesn't ever happen. Now happens. And whatever you think about the future happens now. So there actually is no future. So now bringing it back to resolution, if you think resolution will be in the future, your thought is inaccurate. There is no resolution in the future because when you are resolved, it will be now. You see, when you are resolved, it will be now. You're like, yeah, well, it's going to be a now but later. No. I mean, the right now. And so Eckhart Tolle was talking about looking into what's right now. And I'm like, yes, that if you want to have resolution, say what I'm calling resolution. The answer will not be in the future because the future is a concept now. No future exists except as a concept, which is kind of weird. We really think there is a future that's a real thing. Like tomorrow, the sun's going to rise. I'm going to go do some work. I'm going to have interactions with people. That's what's going to be real. And that's what I think now, but that's not what's happening now. So in order to resolve yourself, do it now. Be done already. Look, you see, and then you might try that, and then you're still the same suffering asshole, just trying to be resolved now. You see? Oh, I'm so hurt. I'm a broken person. I'm that. And then you take that broken person and go, as a broken person, I'm going to try to be resolved now, just like he said. And then you realize that you're trying to do something as a broken person, and you're still broken, and it's not working. Okay? I'm sorry to hear that. It's so tricky. So now if you're going to resolve yourself, do it right away, and then you might realize that you can't. Okay, good. This is where consciousness work comes in. Discover why you cannot. If you think you are a broken person and you really can't just be free immediately, there's something that you're missing about being broken. Okay? And you may have a lot of explanations. So now we go into the explanations part of it, right? Why are you broken? Well, I read a book, and in the book it said blah, 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 blah. Or I'm into psychology, and in the psychological paradigm, stuff happens when you're a kid, and da-da-da, and broken. And still, you might have heard these things, or in spiritual circles, or trauma, or whatever, right? You have all these explanations, and we notice that the explanations don't fix the problem either. Otherwise, you'd be done, right? If you get honest. Are you done yet? Are you resolved? Are you complete now? No? Even after the explanations. Then cool, then there's still something missing. And you could even have a scientific explanation about how the neurons fire and all this other stuff. You see, again, that's a scientific explanation for stuff. In your experience, for real, are you resolved? Are you done? No? Then there's something missing. What is that? What are you missing? Because right? What are you missing? And we hear there's tales. We have examples. I guess they usually end up in spiritual circles, I'm not sure. Like Buddha got free. Eckhart Tolle has something going on, right? And he's got a great story. He's like depressed, going to kill himself, and then and he didn't know. And then now he's like teaching all this stuff, the power of now, right? And yeah, he's onto something, because the answer you're looking for isn't elsewhere. Ramana Maharshi, like the tales of enlightened people, like free or something like that, and then they tell people about, they speak in these, I think they speak in these ways where it's like there's nothing wrong already. They might say something like, well, you're infinite. Oh, whoa. I can see where that's going. Yeah, I don't know. Fuck that. Okay, don't worry about that. See? There is no problem. The only reason there's a problem is because you think there's a problem. Stop thinking there's a problem. Yeah, but I can't. No. You actually can. Stop living like life is a problem. Stop living like you are broken. You are not broken. You have to discover that. You see, now again, and then again, the trickiness comes in immediately, because I would say that, and then you could go slip off into a belief or a thought about that. No. The discovering is the real deal. When you actually get it for yourself and you go, oh, fuck. I thought I was broken. Who knew? Man, why did I do all that for? You see? Okay, blah, blah, blah. Now you do it. Go. Go do it. Conquer. Go forth. Succeed. Be unbroken. Or like we had, I did some interviews, post-workshop interviews, workshops. We do workshops here, by the way. You're invited. Check my website, Navigate. You know how to do that. But come do it. They're really powerful. I interviewed a lady from France about her experience. And she was talking about, roughly speaking, like how we dig, and like I'm a broken person, and then we keep digging in, and then the point was to realize that I'm already not broken. See? So the only thing holding you back from not being broken is realizing that you aren't. You just gotta get that you're already fine. You never weren't broken. You never weren't fine. See? But you have to get that. So now, how do you do that? Well, this is the purpose of the video. I'm trying to lead you down a road here, rip you off of some excuses, and get you right into the present moment where the answer lives. It does not live in the future or the past, you see, because the past, where's that? Again, experientially, where is the past? It's not here. See? Da-da-da-da-da. Okay. It's not here. Again, it's a concept. See, so then what's real is now. What's really true about you is now, and if you don't know what that is, get to it. And then you can discover what that is. And for some reason, it just so happens that the discovering of the discovering of the stuff of which I speak, you, me, is freeing. Because it's just what's true. It's what's already true. And it seems that when a mind encounters that, it frees up a bit, a bunch, or a bit. You see? And then the perspective on myself can change. My perspective on life can change. Life itself doesn't change. You see, I'm wearing clothes. I got sick or allergized or whatever, and I got to eat food. I'm looking for relations of different kinds. You see, I navigate the world. You see, all that stuff's the same. Like the Zen people, you chop wood, carry water, get enlightened, chop wood, carry water. All that stuff's the same, but my relationship is different. Now, again, pertaining to the video, that's like the goodies. You don't do it for the goodies, you do it to get it. So, where is it? Here. Like the answer you seek to not being broken, or the answer you seek to being resolved, is immediate. It's not in the future. If you can get that powerfully, and then also stand on that there's something you're missing. There's something in your experience right now you don't grasp. or there's something about your experience or about how it's created that way that you don't grasp. You really don't get it. Why? Because you keep being broken or you keep being unresolved. Like there's something left that needs to be fixed. There isn't. And the sooner you can get that, the sooner you can be fixed. Which is to say, realizing you don't need to be fixed. You're fine. You never weren't. Okay? But you have to get it for real. Because, another trap, you could pretend to get it. Seen a bunch of that. Oh, I'm so spiritual. I'm so fixed. I'm so whatever. Okie dokie. And then somebody said somewhere, you think you're all spiritual? Go eat Thanksgiving dinner with your family. Go spend a week with your family. See how that goes. Or you think you're super free? Get married. That's a Peter would say something like that. You want a spiritual practice? Get married. You know why, right? Because all your stuff, they'll come running into all your crap. You'll run right into theirs, and it's just fertile ground for discovering all kinds of pain you never knew you had, probably. All right? Cool, so that's a little bit about resolution as a human being. The answer is here now, not later. So I wish you luck with that. Okay? Keep up the good work out there, and I'll catch you later. If you want to get serious, we do stuff here that is very serious, and they're powerful workshops. You're invited. Check the links in the description, navigate my website, find your way. If you want to join me, I have now monthly calls that I'm doing with people. They are up and running. They are good. First one is great. And this is for people that are into this kind of work. And if you're out there and you're like, fuck, I got nobody to talk to, come talk to me for a month. Oh, not for a month. Well, you could talk to me for a month. That'd be a lot of money. Come join my monthly calls. I am hosting them here or on Zoom. My computer may or may not be here. It might be somewhere else. And I'm facilitating people and also like coaching them in life stuff. And this is going to be in the direction of like being more empowered, more effective, having higher integrity, more honest, more excellence, these kinds of principles of work with people on that. All right, so you're invited to join that. Check the links in the description. If you want to contribute to the forum, that would be great. It helps me create content for you. And yeah, other than that, much love. Take care. Till next time, I'm Brendan Lee in support of consciousness and skill worldwide. Take care.